Hello everybody, welcome back to Arknights Limbus Company, Arknights collab thing. Today I'm doing the not mirror dungeon, doing the, whatever dungeon this is called, I can't remember. I'm going to be running this team, because Blood Fiends haven't failed me yet. I don't know, they're a story, okay. Where are we? I'm assuming this is the ocean. It looks very watery out here. I don't know how an ocean city works, but, you know. Very nice looking. News of the war is getting grimmer by the day. The sea terrors are coming, swarming. This is the day when the ocean-born calamity broke and sunk Ager's seemingly infinite steward growth. Aren't you going to the surface, mares? More and more people have been getting too anxious to stay in Ager. I'm not. If Ager falls, that only means that the surface is soon to follow. Why? Think you'll head to the surface too? I'm thinking about it. Well, there weren't that many people around me to begin to leave the surf for the surface. I considered some of them to be close acquaintances, and they all tried to convince me to leave with them. But fleeing my home in favor of the land didn't feel right. The foretold calamity descended. Dealt a heavy blow to Ager, but the surface suffered much worse. I had to help them. How could I not, after hearing such a terrible thing has happened? I think I'll head to the surface. Seriously? The surface? Think hard about it before you go. If you leave now, coming back might be no longer an option. Every day must be a struggle for them. At least I don't have to fear the immediate tomorrow. So it's my responsibility to provide help, as someone who's better off than them, even by a little. I know, but if I don't go to help, things will only get much more dangerous for the land dwellers. Maybe. That danger is the very thing that will hurt you. I still believe I have to help them. I procured myself an Agerian research vessel at the cheap price to bring me to land. Unable to even submerge itself when moving, it wasn't exactly the best ship out there, and I normally wouldn't have even given it a second look. But I thought I would need at least help me navigate the coastal sea. I didn't expect this. The very first thing I witnessed on the surface was the bottomless hostility against the Ager. They denied my Ager's offer for help for the sole reason that I came from the sea. They deemed my compassion my research. Get lost. We don't need your stupid research. You're from the same place as that calamity, aren't you? Do you really think we'd be so stupid to trust you? They confiscated my catalysts and tore my research apart. My wish to stand with them against the calamity was devoured by the hatred born of the same calamity. Any kindness, any compassion I gave them was repaid twofold in hatred and suspicion. Did the terrible conditions of the land transform them into monsters, or was it always their nature? It wasn't long before the research vessel I brought from Ager was confiscated out of suspicion. Rebellion de les Masses. A few weeks later, when I finally came across the vessel by the beach, there was an uncanny name inscribed on the side. But none of that was enough to stop me from continuing my research for the sake of land dwellers. I went through so many trials and errors to somehow impede the sea terror's rapid evolution, to revive the Iberian soil contaminated by the Nethersea brand. But my work bore barely any fruit, and I let my days float by as I watched the Inquisition arrest the Ager one by one. When my sea terror samples and research notes came into view, they all looked completely different from one another. Some of them were fundamentally different psychologies. Even so, nothing stopped us from being us instead of I. And for the first time, I became doubtful of my efforts to interrupt their evolution. Her tales were not entirely fabrications. Mayors is a bishop of the Church of the Deep, so that automatically makes her a sinner in the eyes of the Inquisition, regardless of her reasons. The more I studied them, the more I found them to be compassionate, altruistic creatures. All they cared about was their survival, even without a hint of selflessness. They're not some evil monsters from the sea. Mayors, I've conceded that Seaborns may not be evil, but it doesn't matter what they are. Whether they are kindly life forms or whether they are simply a different form of civilization, it doesn't matter. Because Iberia and the Inquisition does not define Seaborns as evil. Seaborns are our enemy. Threats to human existence. I have but one thing to say as an Inquisitor. You, all of you, are my enemy. But it would be a good thing for the Inquisition to have leave for the city, wouldn't it? Why would you say that it's a good thing for us to toss our problem into another world? That'd be like abandoning our pride. Unless they, the people of the city, gave you permission. As an Inquisitor, I can't let you do that. Yeah, don't get your hopes up about that either. You can wrap it in a box that says compassion all you want, but Mayor's, your course isn't exactly the direction I'd like to sail in. As the rest of the Synod prepare for battle in silent agreement with Ishmael's stand. Ishmael's stand? Oh? Mayor's mutters with genuine disappointment. I didn't want to have to do this. Waves. I had no better word to describe the horde of sea terrors crashing into us. But this is the only way it could have ended. Your words are composed entirely of your own color and no one else's. Manager Dante, right? Do you speak? We will hold the line and defend this place against the Seaborns rushing in the rear. So, in the meantime, can you take down Mayors and deal with the remaining sea terrors? Absolutely. The manager has responded affirmatively. All operators will be drawing the sea terrors to us. We don't need to take them down, we just need to act as a wall between the wave and the people of Limbus Company. Irene, I would like to ask you to help me as well. As for Amia, please assist the Limbus Company, just in case. Okay, then, let the mission begin. I really like that shit. Hype and aura moments. Okay, well, I can't imagine showing too much of this, since, you know, it's probably just gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be sea terrors. 15 of them. So, you know, this episode isn't gonna be too crazy, because it's just a billion fucking sea terrors. There seems to be commotion at the village square. Oh, for fuck's sake. The evil sorcerer's gone, so why won't this calamity end? Explain. Be honest. You couldn't just stand to watch Iberia thrive, could you? If it weren't for that calamity, we would've... Oh my god. What? How to fight these sea monsters? Oh, now you're looking to help us. Newsflash, it's too damn late. These scraps of paper won't do anything to help us. The locals firmly believe that the calamity was brought here by agers. Sorry, I missed some things. Villagers surrounded someone with clear intent to threaten. Look, please, I'm here to share some research notes. I can feel the mob turning towards us. The evil sorcerer started with a profound silence. He pretended to work for us, but it turned out that he was driven by envy for Iberia's prosperity. Don't try to stop us, outsiders. They came from the sea, just like the sorcerer himself. As they were protesting, the hungry, harrowed look in the villagers came into the sinner's eyes. The villagers cradling an empty bundle of cloth, a child, holding a staff with a hat that was far too large. They've all lost a lot. And that, it makes it unbearable to keep your emotions in check. This is how they deal with sorrow. There were no emotions or intent to be found in the great calamity that devoured Iberia whole. So they sharpened their sorrows into wayward wrath against those who came from the sea, just like the calamity itself. Which means someone needs to direct their anger against rightful foes. Irene? Step back, citizen. Even if we were to determine that the Ager has committed crimes, it falls under the Inquisition's jurisdiction to carry out the consequences. If the Ager is innocent, do you understand that your actions cannot be permitted? Seems that Irene managed to provoke some thought into the mob as they slowly walked away from the Ager, until they eventually scattered away. And that void in your heart blinds you. Thank you. As you can see, I hail from Ager. Ever since the profound silence, I devoted myself into studying seaborns and Nethersea brand to help the land dwellers. I don't know where my colleagues have all gone, but what's the point of this anymore? They don't want my help, so why should I give it to them? He seems crestfallen at his experience at Iberia. You should probably return to Asia. They might not, but there has to be someone who needs your help. Who will speak? You're guaranteed to pass. Maybe so. Maybe it was just a matter of what they actually want. Maybe it should be about trying to find a way to restore the soil from all that salt that destroyed it. Oh, if you're headed out to sea, would you take this with you? There are years' worth of sea terror research notes. Take them. Maybe you'll find more use to them than I did or the land dwellers did. After handing over his research notes, the ager walks away with an unburdened expression. Oh. Okay, never mind. 10% damage against enemies. Deal an additional 1 for every defeated or broken part. Can activate the above by breaking the same part. If there are sea terrors among the enemies, the above effects activates at If there are sea terrors among enemies, the above effect activates at maximum potential. Oh, so I just deal 30% more damage? Probably. Alright, well, I don't have a unique event until... I don't have a unique event for another, 2 battles. Anything interesting here? No. Just harder enemies. 18 of them. Man.
Mission accomplished.
그 삶의 마침표를 마무리를 움직임이 너무 영원히 잠들어.
분수 기대라.
Woohoo! There's a long line of people waiting outside a run-down building. Inside, people in hoods are distributing something to the visitors. I thank the ocean's blessing. No, we only wish to help you sate your hunger even a little. We haven't seen you around here. Clearly you've traveled far to get here. Welcome. Sorry everyone, please understand they're new here. People in hoods dragged us inside. It's not much, but this should hopefully be able to sate your hunger. Dried fish, huh? Ami and Irene called them fin beasts. Slip them into your bag and pretend we ate them. Nice. We're so glad you enjoyed the food. But did you actually eat it, or...? Hongli replies calmly. Well, the flavors were certainly unique. We liked it. At that, they seemed to withdraw their suspicion and turned away. Glad to hear it. Please come back anytime and we'll share some more. Without any reason to stay, we left the building. I felt a little prick on the back of my head, as though the hooded people were staring at us as we walked away, but we managed to quicken our pace and disappear. Sea Terror Jerky? Amazing. Ooh, it's a 4. Inflict 3 defense level down. If Sea Terrors are featured, inflict 7. Is that a 4? Because, it doesn't seem great. In the center, what appears to be an arc, symbolizing the city. At the center of that brilliant golden light must be Mayor's. Let's take a quick break here. Are you alright, Doctor? I just need to take a quick breather. You should probably work on your cardio. Or Miss Amiya might have to piggyback you around. Yeah, well, once we get back, we'll start working out like Dr. Calcit suggested. Executive Manager, if it ever comes to you, you may trust me with the piggybacking. I'm good. Perhaps being in close proximity to Mayor's vision of the utopia at the center of the light did something. Seaborns near us only gave us a passing glance without attacking. Something about the way they looked at us felt like they were concerned about us. The sinners couldn't help but look away with a funny feeling. I feel sorrow, regret. Maybe these feelings are denials for all those times we spent agonizing over this. Can this really bring back Miss Mayers? We'll help her return. That's what we're here to do, after all. Alright, let's rest up for a bit before moving on. And what, reset my sanity? After taking enough rest, we continue to the refractor light. Oh my god, I'm at max sanity still. Christmas came early. Mayor's despair. The repulsiveness of people's ill intent. And the faint hope from the light found within. All kinds of emotions and memories rise to the surface of Amiya's fathoms, then sink again. Those same thoughts seep into me as well, unfiltered. The sins that people have committed just won't go away. People's ill intent, something, but the tides that Miss Mayers is trying to summon to douse it will devour humanity, their civilization, the city they came from. So I don't think that's the right way to go. Not as long as Dante and the people of Limbus Company refuse. This isn't like the time I retrieved the ego. In place of the light, a speck of darkness casts a shadow. Reach out into the darkness. A strange power courses through me before radiating towards the sinners. Emotional connection. This music is really fucking good, by the way. On hit against enemies, 50% chance number of coins to gain 1 ego resources corresponding to the used skill. When an enemy dies after using an allied's attack skill, gain 2 ego resources. A ton of ego resources, huh? In the encounter, gain 1 ego resources for every affinity consumed when using the following skills, 2 of which when using Overclocked. To remain oneself, Honglu, command Meltdown on Brilliant Lore. Well, shit. I might as well pop this now then, right? Should I pop them all? Sure. Well, I don't think I have enough ego resources for that, but I'll try. Nope, I need 1 more Gloom. And then I can have Honglu on here. Oh, you know, I should read what you do. Oh god, there's so much because I've done the mirror dungeon. You have observation logs? As it seems that we've forgotten to leave a record of this entity, I begin this recording. Despite her bizarre and twanged form, Miss Mayers retained reason in her speech, as that appearance is what she had sought long to achieve. While this may be a long-expected culmination of inevitability, she did not lose her reason, no. That may be why she seeks to convert us still. To borrow Miss Amiya's choice of words, it seems that Miss Mayers believes this to be an unavoidable battle. Seaborns are that which are so readily devote themselves to practices of altruism, dedication, and self-sacrifice for the survival and prosperity of their community. From a certain perspective, one may see that they retain a beauty most unmarred. However, this understanding is availed to us only by the insight with which Miss Mayers has enlightened us. Had that insight eluded us, naught else but fear would have gripped me with a tidal wave of monstrosities beyond understanding crashed into us. Of course, that is but a lone... Ah, shit. Of course, that is but a lone... I hate Limbus Company. Of course, that is but a lone perspective of mine. For some, it may have been curiosity, for others, awe. Witnessing the infinity of life itself brings to the mind the recollection of a fellow who once said the qualities of technology are defined by its user. All who make the city their home know that life and the ecosystem that they have become parts of the nebulous technologies after all. Sounds of rushing waves. They say that defining the unearthed nature of humanity is good as fine. As good as fine. They say that defining the unearthed nature of humanity as evil is also fine. They say that defining the nature of inhumanity as good is also fine. Yet, is it fine to define the nature of inhumanity as good, and to attempt to graft that goodness to humanity? A difficult question. I know not where we are. Are we doing all 12 sinners? Having a whole family reunion. I know not where we are still. A distant outskirts, a different side of the mirror, or an Oniric labyrinth. What clues that exist are far too scattered, far too scarce. What is certain, however, is that Terra is unlike the city. To seek understanding of the unfamiliar is a toil, an unpaved path. Thus it is reasonable to believe that we have yet to comprehend Terra. The same could be said of Miss Mayers. Her clues to understand the city are far too scarce. Thus, let us refrain from hastening to seek the conclusion to a question so convoluted. The city is well within our understanding. Thus, for our return, we shall suffice. I didn't really get what any of that meant. I mean, it was definitely words. Fixed panic, panic recovery. Take 90 per... They're really bumping up these numbers like every fucking... can't tell. Make 90 less damage from everything. And also 10 protection, you know. The usual. Turn end. Consume Abyssal Vitality to summon Sea Horde. You don't have that yet, so I'm assuming I'm not meant to read that. Every time a Sea Terror this unit summoned, not summoning Sea Terrors, not at 50% HP. When on top of Nether, you're not on Nether Sea. You have nothing. You pretty much have no passives. Low morale. I'm not going to make you insane. The Impatient Ego's Byway. Is that the right skill? Yeah. This skill does not deal damage. Oh, you get 100 Abyssal. Okay, back to the passives. Consume Abyssal Vitality to summon Sea Terror Horde. If there are 3 or fewer, randomly summon until the sum is 3. You know, they're going to summon a Founder, a Spewer, and a Reaper. But it consumes that. Okay, so I'm going to get that down to 0, probably. Every time a Sea Terror is killed, take fixed damage equal to units at max HP. Ego of Responsibility. Phototaxic Procession. Adrift Compassion. At 50%, immediately end combat. Disables the buff one, right? All of that. Gain 100. When gaining this passive or recovering from stagger, gain shield equal to the amount of HP lost. When gaining shield, activate the effects of Indelible Compassion. Inflict 5 nervous impairment to all enemies with less than 15. Gain fragile equal to double the number of times before the compassion they believe in loses its worth was used during this encounter. After gaining a new pattern, reduce the unit's skill slots by the number of staggered enemies that have returned. Reduce the skill slot by the number of staggered enemies. That's really nice of you. When on top of Nether Sea, gain final power and coin power by 3. Holy mackerel. When hitting a sea basin, convert it from standby to combat ready. Okay, anyways. That was a lot of reading. Well, I can't really damage you, so... I don't really need Gloom that badly, I just need 1. And Ishmael's already doing that for me. I really like this music, though. I don't know if this is Arknights music or like Limbus Company Arknights inspired music, but oh my god. So good. Find your own answer. Just shank the hell out of me. I'm mainly doing these for passives. Because I do know most of them have very good passives. You're just a setup ego, so I kind of have to use you first turn. Use it or lose it. Don't look away. Just fucking fling her up in the air and toss her. Just throw her out of the fathoms. Simple as. That ego's grown on me, to be honest. I don't know. I thought it was too basic at first, at least when I first saw it in the Arknights collab, but it looks really... I don't know, I really like it. What are you doing? Blue and red. Echoes of Respite. Is this still Sinea? Heal 20% of target's max HP. Apply that. Wait a minute, and next turn, for every 4 Abyssal Vitality? Oh, you only have 50. I was gonna say, that's a lot of defense up. Echoes of Ascending. Okay, so one's offense and one is defense. Wait, sorry, I want to quickly check. Does this heal too? No, you just lose the healing. You don't gain anything unique. Cool. Okay, so I want to kill these guys before they do anything wacky. I don't know if I want to kill him or not, because it seems like too much work to try to go out of my way to do that. I mean, you're already at 48. I'm assuming I don't have long until you murder me. Oh, you know what? I forgot to use Honglu. Oh, but he's using a skill theory. To be honest, Honglu's skill theory is gonna definitely at least stagger or kill one of them.
용서할 테니.
Bonk. Oh, you're glowing. I don't know why. Oh. Oh, it must be because of the title thing.
그 삶에 마침표를.
Oh, that's really unlucky. Oh, and she's healing him. I think. Maybe? I don't know. Alrighty? Oh, I have to deal with the mist. Oh, you're getting like super buffed. You're not attacking me, are you? No. No. No, you are not. Well, they're already at 29. Is that everyone? Probably. Oh, you know what? I should pop. Pop that. Okay, nice. And his alley. My god. So I need to kill enough enemies to get her down to half health. Which I don't remember how much that was, because I was not looking. Wait, map point.
곱게 적은 종이 던졌으니
Great. Well, that's every ego. Oh, I guess except Gregor's actually. And the corrosions, but I am not rich enough to afford corrosion right now. Can't imagine being able to kill him. They're just so damn tanky. Oh, and she's healing him too. Oh, there's that. With deep blue clarity. Is that the same skill? Deep blue clarity, 6 to 4. Base power for every 3 nervous impairment on the main target. When targeting allies, deal less damage. And then all the Clash Loose jazz. Gain 100 Abyssal Vitality. Generate Nether Brand. When targeting an ally, heal 10% of their max HP. And then all that. Okay. It doesn't look like I'm going to be able to kill... Does everyone have Nether Sea? I mean, I'd assume so. It's for every 3. Does anyone have less than 6? No. It's either going to be you or you. No, it doesn't. Ooh, this is not looking good. God, who are you targeting? Good Igor. Good Igor. And then I'm gonna pop an ego with you, because I'd rather not lose that clash. What is going? That's a blue. I don't care about that. Okay. Will this do more than 5 damage? I'm not sure. I hope it does though. Sure. Ooh. If I could have staggered with the second coin, I might have been able to kill. Maybe not, shit. Still barely took any damage. It's not looking great. As long as I don't lose the AoE clash though, it should stay the same. Because she's just resetting her phase. Greg is at max. I could pop the ego.
용서할 테니.
I killed a few. So at least she... Why am I attacking you? Ooh. Nice. Doo, doo, doo. I really like this song. Holy shit.
저 풍진 세상.
With deep blue clarity. Not much. Wait, what? There was 2 totals there. Is there different totals for ally and enemy damage? If there is, I never knew that. Actually, I don't want to kill you, because you're gonna get the nether sea all over the floor, and I don't want to have to waste a turn targeting the Roomba again. I have 2 people targeting you. I don't need 2 targeting. Okay. By the gotch. I did more than 5 damage to the Reaper? Crazy. Holy shit. I'm hitting him stronger than I thought I would. Am I gonna kill him this time? No. I really hope that healing doesn't actually activate. Ascending? That's offense. Amazing. 520. Oh, you're doing it again. How jolly. Oh, can I clash with that? I can. Thinking about it, maybe I don't clash. Well, actually, let me look at the passive. At 50% immediately ends combat. That's simple. I just need to kill some enemies. I mean, as long as I kill enough enemies to make her end combat. I don't even need to do the none. See? Oh, oh no, she's clear mirroring. Please don't hit me with the clear mirror. I know what to do. Holy shit. A lot of hitting noises. Nope. You've aged a lot since we last met, Fabby. Is that a characteristic of your subrace? You haven't aged a day. So, what brings you to the Church of the Deep? Seaborns are indispensable in our preparation for the impending doom. Nothing else can ensure the survival of humanity. Thus, it would be only right for me to join hands with those who are able and willing to become Seaborns, to search for a way to prolong our existences. You're looking to use the knowledge of the wise and the talented of its nourishment for Seaborns, but that won't do anything more than prolong our existences. But is survival not enough? I thought a bishop of the church would share a majority of that belief with me. Fabby, you and I have both put our faith in the Seaborns, but the word faith might mean something different to you than it does for me. Seaborns shouldn't be our object of worship. We have to stand on equal ground as them, and set our eyes on their natures. Please, step aside. Desperation, sadness, sympathy. Mayer's emotions gush upward, carried by bubbles. Terra, a land in which the hatred for the different has entrenched itself. The city, a place in which people, crushed by their trials of life, have surrendered to its absurdities. They both need the Seaborn, perfected beneath the light. That is but your wish, Miss Mayers. Faust does not believe them to be a necessary element for the city. Even in the city, there are people who are searching for reasons to live on, dreaming of a better world. We all know that it can't possibly be easy to change, but there's to be some kind of worth value in that process alone, in the lives that lead this within the city. What worth could there be to a life of the unkind? The kind of life humanity is doomed to exist in, where all we ever do is hurt and hate one another? Listen, efficient order, natural altruism. They're both virtues humanity should never lose sight of. But there's no such thing as absolutes when it comes to the value of life. Survival is the right of all civilization, which means that it should never be up to others to define the worth of life, to argue for it. But what if there's no other way? Can you even understand what I'm saying? Some time has passed since I made Faru Murata my home. Unlike my prediction, the Seaborn's evolution seems to have lost its explosive progress, and Fabius seems to be content just observing their slow development. Maybe it's because they're directionless, without a specific wish. Even still, Seaborns were the key to changing Terra, the land. And to stand against the incoming calamity, we needed their survivability and adaptability. And the humanity that has turned exhaustion into an ill intent needed for Seaborn's blind, selfless altruism towards their own. So while I never stopped my studies, something small but sharp continued to stab at my frustrated heart. Stultified and unable to be resolved. If we were to lose even our sense of self and creed, assimilated into this stagnant great will, for the sake of survival, civilization had to be no more for the sake of us. I had to be no more. The realization of that paradox made the first crack in my confidence that Seaborns were the answer to the problem of Iberia, the land and humanity faced, and through the cracks the seeds of doubt were sown. But I've already come too far to make a path more beautiful than the Seaborns. No more wasting time with these stupid ruminations. There has to be a way, some kind of condition Seaborns need to fulfill to retain their sense of selves, to retain their individual hopes and wishes. I stood adrift atop the inundation of years I dedicated to this purpose, holding on to the precarious hope and steeled my shaking heart. And that was the easy part. There were no better solutions. Don't look away from the answer that lies right in front of me. All I need to do is find a way for Seaborns to hope and wish, to have them carry a sense of self. I just had to repeat that to myself like a mantra, again and again. But my drifting days came to an end when I found a new path, illuminated by a strange light from across the sea. On that day, yes, that day when the faint blue light shone, a whisper visited me. Who's there? Whose voice is... What? The answer sought through the eons of people I didn't recognize, played over and over in my ears. The voice that spoke it was muffled, but warm and beautiful. The light of the city? The hearts that were lost, the emotions that were forgotten, the sense of self that... No, that's enough of that. But I'd like to hear more about the light. The light that has sprouted from the 10 virtues. And the image those words drew in my mind was clearer and more beautiful than ever. Terra, the city, they both failed to find their way out of this brittle. If they are going to be satisfied living on as they are, then you can't change what you see by standing still. If you want to bring about a better world, then even if you may be lost in the ideals, you have to keep walking. Survival, worth of life. As is, I've never been too certain about either of those complicated ideas. I had no unflinching creed with which to convince her. That's not to say the city has no need for the altruistic nature Mayers wants to bring there. That's not to say I have a better answer for the combination of Seaborns and the light. Even still, The emotions, the regrets, the conversations I found and collected over this journey alongside the sinners become my answer, and I tick on. Honestly, I don't really know the city all that well either. My memory only goes back a year, and for what is practically my entire existence, I've been surrounded by the sinners and our adventure. Still, we want to keep trying. You're right, the city is an absurd, vicious place. Something new and horrible surprises me every other day, but... Mayors, that light you spoke of, I don't think that's what protects the ego, the sense of self. To protect it, you have to first look unflinchingly both ways. The path that lies ahead isn't the one you've walked. Then you confront them both. That can't be right. The light. It has to. You're just working based on what you heard about the city and the light, ain't that right? How can you be so confident the light will protect the Seaborn's sense of self? Ain't that just what you want to believe? I think it's a distinct possibility. Even if the light can do what you hope it does, Mayors, it won't change anything. Turning our nature's kind by transforming us into Seaborns, a convenient method like that isn't our path. Because the sense of self protected like that, the kind of nature you attained like that, wouldn't be your own. It'd be yours, Mayor. Protecting your own sense of self while being compassionate and kind, it's a path of unbearable suffering. We might fail some days, despite our best efforts. Some days we'll be forced to confront the sins of our past and suffer. Verily, not one of us, as now, may see the culmination of that path. Yet I can hardly find it within myself to simply leave it all in my hands without as much as trying. You're saying that the Seaborns can't be the answer I've always sought. Doesn't make much sense when you think about it, Mayors. Those sea monsters don't even know what self means. That's why they show no hesitation before sacrifice. If you were to introduce the sense of self to those sea monsters, the selflessness you want will be no more. She's a Seaborn-shaped distortion who is not a Seaborn. An endlessly anguishing, contemplating distortion. If Mare's wishes to achieve an altruistic world, then her desire has to be that she doesn't want her efforts to become meaningless. Seaborns may be the perfect answer for some people. A recent example, Fabius. It seems clear to me that that was precisely his wish. But that doesn't seem to align with yours. Find a new answer, Miss Mayors. You're telling me I have to go back to wandering for so much time again, in search of that new answer? You won't be alone on that path. Walk it together, relying on one another, and it won't feel as long. Trying to carry such a heavy burden all by yourself, Miss Mayors, it's such a prideful thing to do. Are we actually going to undistort her? I'll be honest, I thought the second she distorted she was screwed. Since, you know, ooh, 3 to 18. This has to be because she's on the Nether Sea, right? So if I just get rid of the Nether Sea, I'll hopefully be fine. I'm just gonna start ego spamming since, well, it's all failing. Ego spam, my hero. Hopefully you don't have some, like, crazy phase I need to know about. Do you still have Thunderer, perchance? You have one Thunderer, so I will use that. Because that will give you Greater Thunderer. And I don't think I've seen that yet. Tails roll, by the way. Just end it. This sword. Double tails. My god. Oh man, I still like Gregor's ego the most. It's just, it's so cool looking. Undiluting waves. Ow. Someone's about to reach max, nervous whatever. Someone's nervous system is about to be blown up. Does this give paralysis? Oh my god. Double tails. Why? This is a good one, though. Nuking her sanity is always fun. 25. So I guess I just keep on doing this until she gives up, because she has 2,000 shield. Oh, I actually can't ego spam for too long, can I? Because if I need to go through all her shield, then I might be in a bit of trouble. Because I don't have that many ego resources. This is taking a bit longer than I thought. I didn't think all the ego clashing would take so long, but I did pop up a fuckload of egos, so it's to be expected. Does this heal sanity? Because I don't remember. I know it gives shield or healing or something. Does heal sanity. I saw the color blue. Ooh. Tides carry away the windows to Mare's past, soon devouring them beyond vision. It's almost as if Mare's and the Dungeon of Fathoms know the ocean is fusing into one. A majority of distortions encountered by the bus team have assumed a form generally recognized as an organic entity. However, there is nothing preventing a distortion's form from breaking that boundary and taking a different shape, as it may vary by the individual's desires. If her distortion is allowed to exuberate undeterred, it may eventually corrode the very space in which we stand. As we were taking some time to catch our breaths, a few small machines tumbled to the ground, shot from one of the trembling fathoms. It must be one of those mysterious machines in Mayor's home we saw when we peered into the memories. The machines continued to whir loudly as the waves broke them. We saw that there were various apparatus attached to the sockets on their side. Expensive they appear, yet how numerous they are. Well, you know, maybe she's similar to one of those fixer fellows who always hellbent on picking up every new cutting-edge workshop tech. Huh, it says Little Handy down here. This has an oddly similar structure to the Hand of the Saint the Inquisitor brought. Gasp. Then shout to the fantastically wonderful machine be assistance in our battles? Rhodes Island up here already seems to have their hands full holding the line against the tide of sea terrors. We should really take just one and leave the rest to them. After a quick discussion, we decided to take just one machine. HP and healing boost, buff the Hand of the Saint, safeguard against a stagger. What are these? Wilderness survival, housekeeping assistant, incremental motion, mini decamination kit, external upgrade. I guess power boost. Quicker I kill her, the quicker it ends. I don't really understand how it works, but that sure sounds helpful. Get it together, everyone. So true, Twin. Little handy external upgrade module. For 3 turns, gain 2 power up and 2 attack power up. Hey, that's pretty good. Really good music. Shit. Let's do that, because that inflicts bind. I might not need to inflict bind, but it's the thought that counts. Should I be reading? I feel like there's something I'm missing. There's no way I'm meant to just eat through her 1 billion shield, right? Then again, maybe I am. Who knows? Wave of tears? I can't. Wave of depression. Oh my god. That's 2 staggers. Very tanky. Ooh, you're doing something unique. Yeah, I've had a lot of nervous impairment applied. Fucking everyone is staggered. Before the compassion... Very bottom one. Before the compassion they believe in loses its worth. Targets with most nervous impairment, base power... Half the amount of abyssal and shield gained. Gain shield equals 20%. Ends the turn. Okay. I haven't even broken her shield yet, so I mean... That's a bit evil. I need healing now. No, I don't. I mean, the funny thing, I'm not even that hurt. I'm just getting fucking insta-staggered. I mean, I'll pop this, because it gives healing. Maybe I should have brought Fluid Sac, but a little late for that. Do I need to do anything with you? If this unit has shield barrier. Nope. Aw, that's really cool, Faust. What the fuck was that? She was surprised she won, too. This looks really bad. That was scripted, right? I was meant to lose that? Huh. Oh, that's a lot of... Alright, Zwei, you're... Oh, I can't use Zwei because I need to break this first. Okay, I might be fucked. You should be at max though, yeah, because your whole team just died. This might be bad. Just a little bit. You're gonna need a pop ego. Yeah, you're level 30 compared to 60. Okay, wait, let me... You're not targeting him at all. Cool. That doesn't give AoE, so I'm just gonna do that. That. Go down the row, and then... That's Gregor. I can let that hit Gregor, because he's buff as hell. Shit, I don't know. That? Okay. That went a little badly. Just a little bit. But, I don't even need my Blood Fiend team to win against this. All I need is Priest Gregor and a Dream. And maybe a skill 3 from Priest Gregor. It is always nice to have one of those. Oh, you know what? She has a status effect that insta-staggers. Priest Gregor cannot solo. He will get fucking murdered. Yeah, I don't know. This is, it went downhill very quickly. I can only hope that she stops gaining a billion shield. Oh, there's the insta-stagger. Okay, wait, am I missing something? Okay, no, I'm not. Quick little sum up. She gains fragile every time she uses before this passion loses its worth. So, this is legit just a... I need to hold out and pray to God she doesn't murder me. Which is, it's a gimmick, alright. Oh god, I don't have any SP recovery. I could pop that. 10 SP. Okay. I'm once again having to ego spam a little. And I thought about it. I'm just gonna use Mersault Chains of Others. I forgot about that ego, but kind of really good against solo enemies. You know, I didn't think about it too hard, but this fight got a lot harder because I fucked up rolling a 5%. Thank you, Faust. My hero. Never winning. Did get a She ID though. Speaking of, new She ID looks pretty interesting. I don't know. It looked alright at least. I like that. It's a basic ID, but we haven't gotten one of those in a while, to be honest, so going back to basics must be nice. Oh my god, I'm about to eat through the fucking shield. Christmas came like 4 turns late. Do you get staggered? No. Limbus Company. Plus coin drop is always cool. Now it does say dominating. I don't know, you're a tank ID, aren't you? If you lose the clash... Hawk... 2? Well, most of these probably aren't dominating, but I don't really want to pop egos again. So I'm just gonna hope it's telling the truth and go on with my day. God, he's already back at 14.
아득한 야정, 멈추지 않는 시대에서 희망과 나를 찾아 스스로.
Nice. Yeah, I'll be honest, Fluid Sack. You can't outlive Fluid Sack, I'm sorry. Ooh, that's the AoE one. Should have used an ego against that. It didn't even do anything. All good. I thought it would hit a bit harder, but guess not. Oh my god, I broke through the shield. And my goat. 2 blunt fragility. Now Marsault will stagger. Oh, did she become staggered? Because she's not. I'm pretty sure one of those 2 were clashing. Oh my god. Thank you. You're gonna use that, because I need you to heal. Damage. I need damage. Let's just pop that. Let's go crazy with the egos. Because most of you are using fucking skill ones. And then you can pop Blubbering Toad, because I don't know. What else are you gonna do? Head roll, my goat. I haven't heard that ego in so fucking long. Oh my god, 15 sanity. My goat. If I could get her down to the 2nd stagger threshold, then I've pretty much won. Pretty much won the game. Two sanity. Maybe ego spam wasn't the play, because now I'm at god-awful sanity, but at least it was fun. Scorched Girl, I just realized. I always thought that was an aberration. Then again, it was Season 1 when we got that ego. So, I guess we do have Scorched Girl. Plus Spider Bud. You're a 2-speed. I'm gonna let you go last. So, Joie Sinclair's gonna be clashing? Funny. Oh my god, these fucking skills. My highest roller is an 18. Nice. Alright. Shit, you might as well just pop that. I'm not having Zweiss in here clash with anything, so... Oh no. Okay, I just have to survive one more phase of whatever's going on. you know. My goat rolled 3 heads at negative 0 at 1 sanity. My goat. Oh, what is going on? Bro, this guy, Gregor could never be Faust. I'm so sorry, Faust, but like, this dude's at negative 15 sanity. Like, he's steamrolling you. What a pretty skill. It has a lot more, ooh, has a lot more flavor when, I don't think you're meant to look like that, Gregor. 2 of those I care about. You're already staggered, and one of them is Joy Sinclair. Are neither of you clashing? No. Okay, well, you're gonna... Well, you do have 7 protection. Do, 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 do. Bum, 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 bum. God, well, at least the music is nice. Okay. I did the OG play of just letting Ryoshu tank with her 20 aggro. I think I just heard Sinclair got murdered. Even brilliant lights will hurt their eyes. Nice. 2 dead. God, it's looking really bad. The sinner is down. I really need her to just stagger herself. You should stagger yourself. Huh. Does Gregor still have... I mean, it's still active. I don't know if... Maybe I just let Gregor tank, if I'm being honest. The main problem is sanity now. Because I don't have any sanity to clash. Which might or might not be my fault. Do, 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 do. Okay. Ugh, heads roll would have really helped out Gregor there. Yeah. Gregor should hopefully still have... Oh, 6 nervous impalement. Is he staggered? He is. Gregor hopefully still has the invincibility turn. He does take very little damage though. Oh, she still has awe, even though Ryoshi's dead. I don't know. I guess that makes sense, but I never thought about it. Kinda funny. Well, there goes you. Are you not gonna proc it? God damn. Okay, there we go. Gregor's a lot tankier than I remembered him being. Get it together, everyone. I wish I could. Okay. So my choice is between lasso or this thing, which corrodes me. I'm fucked. Yeah, because everyone has like 29 nervous impalement. You have the least, but it's a max of 9. Huh. Can I pop something? Do 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 boom 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 boom. That's favored. What? Give me my ego back. Bina, give me my damn ego. That's also favored. So I'm just gonna pop Sun Shower and pray, pretty much. What else can I do? I could pop this too. You are level 60. I don't know if that actually did anything, but better than nothing, no? Okay, he's out of ammo. So I pretty much only have... Well, I pretty much have one less person to do damage. Heads roll? Tails roll? Okay, I can't lose. I can't lose the clash. Okay. Does this kill me? Is the question. So damn muffled. Jasad put like water in my ears. Oh, did Gregor die? Oh, that blows. Also, I want to quickly just check something. At the start of the turn, generate another C in the allied territory. She's 1,000 HP and I have 2 people alive. This might be a restart, which it blows because I'm so fucking far. Ugh. I just need to clash against that. Ooh. Yeah, she's 1,000 HP. I'm not gonna be able to do this unless she like has some unique thing where she dies for some reason. God, it really blows too because I this went so badly because Faust rolled a fucking 5%. Ooh. Well. Oh, did he get with Nervous Corrosion too? Did I clash against the wrong thing? I mean, I must have. I really must have. Oh wait, no. Okay. Pardon, shouldn't you be losing skill slots? Oh, God, I don't fucking know. I'm sorry. Did that not die? Roomba? Where is my Roomba? Oh no. Oh, there was one stagger, and I... Oh no, actually, she's clashed. Just... Oh, that's nice.
작품을 만들다 죽을 수 있다니 그야말로 이상적.
Huh. Well, I don't really have much of an option here. Alrighty. I'm pretty much close enough to where I was when I last died. I've gone with the meta of Sanguine Desire. And, I'll be honest, I forgot how good Bust That Ego is, because, 42 and 11. But yeah, also, I kind of didn't realize this until now. She just has the fucking beam of light in the background. Like, where's Anne? Anne would be so proud. I don't really want to do damage this turn. Fuck it. I'm sure I'll find a way to live. But I'm just gonna hope bleed stacking is able to save me from dying, because that's what I've been doing. Oh my god. I think I'm near the end of the fight. Because I believe I just staggered him. Oh, thank god. Okay, it took a while to get back here, but we have done it. I've finally done it. The One Piece. Flute Sack get the final kill? If not, I'll just, I don't know, I'll throw some wacky ego at him. Burn got the kill. Okay. Amazing. Oh my god. That was a long fight. Luckily, Sanguine Desire. Oh my god. I love this music. This is Canto 4, I believe. It's true that people scrutinize others for differences to find something they can hate. But it's also true that often those differences that people look up to. It's those differences that people look up to. And admiration usually goes hand in hand with overestimation. Yes, and Miss Mayers admired those two unknowns, Seaborns and the light. She thought they would be the solution to everything. Mayers, do you still want to go to the city? No. I'll remain here in Terra. I'll broaden my studies, and I'll talk more. To find a new path toward realizing my wish. As for what happens now, Miss Mayers, we're going to need to have a long talk with the Inquisition, but we'll help too. We'll help you in your search for that path, if we can. The great arc built from the city crumbles. Light fades and gives way to shadows, and we found ourselves back aboard Vessel Massus. Battle complete. Vessel Massus is slowing down. How's Miss Mayers? Here, unconscious. The mental strain seems to have taken its toll. It all happened inside the Dungeon of the Fathoms, but it can't have been easy on our mind to send so many waves after us. What will happen to Miss Mayers now? First, we'll wait for the Inquisition's ruling, then bring her back to Rhodes Island. Her efforts were misguided, but she also had Terra's best interests at heart. Together, I'm sure we can discuss a better way forward. What if she's sentenced to death? Then we'll need to offer a different proposal. We can consider it when we get to it, Doctor. It's finally over. All we have left to do is go back. As we're preparing to leave with our hearts much lighter than they were earlier, hold on, everyone. Something's rapidly approaching us. Before whatever happens, I'm incredibly surprised Mayers gets to live. Because holy shit. It's just distorted than undistorted. The whole Heathcliff situation. A low thrumming roar vibrates the air as a strange shadow looms over the ship. Where'd this shade come from? Wait, is that? Almost as if driven by instinct, Ishmael takes the radio from Gregor and runs into the control room. Something must have clicked in Otis's head as she turned and ran after Ishmael. If those two are running into the bridge... Brace, grab onto something. Oh wait, Bollocks. Mucking it up right before the finish line. Doctor, Dante has advised that we grab onto something. I see. They're preparing to turn the ship around. Everyone, brace for impact. Stay strong. Something's coming. The ship leaned heavily as it hurriedly turned portside, and I caught a glimpse of a massive shadow gliding just beneath the water's surface, right where the ship was a second ago. It's a Seaborn about the size of... no, slightly larger than Vessel Massus. Amiya's communicator buzzes with Ishmael's voice. The currents are going wild. Wait, no. Something's causing these currents to go wild. We'll try our best to maintain evasive maneuvers for as long as possible, but we can't do this forever. If the situation does not approve, we may need to take vessel masses to cross the dimensional door. Does Rhodes Island even have a way out of the quandary? Not at this moment, but we have to come up with one now, and fast. Dante, anything come to mind? We should first figure out why that Seaborn is coming after us. Copy that. I'll focus on steering the ship. Keep us updated. With that, the ship immediately begins a sharp turn, narrowly dodging the ponderous body of the Seaborn as it swims by. We can't just take the whole ship across the dimensional door. We're not the only ones on it. But the sea is too wild to simply turn around and let the others leave. It's almost like it's obsessed with the ship. Just why would it possibly be coming after the ship all of a sudden? Could it be that Fabius order? It's coming after me. Scotty? You? Yes, I'm their enemy, an abyssal hunter. As though to prove it, the giant beast began to charge against the bow of the ship the moment Scotty repositioned herself there. Just what are the abyssal hunters? Why are they so gung-ho about trying to kill you? Abyssal hunters are those who hunt sea terrors and seaborns. Of course, this isn't based on any emotion, such as vengeance or resentment. It's Scotty's. Well, that's not important right now. What matters is they're solely targeting Scotty. Operators of Rhode Island are heavily fatigued at the moment from their long defense against the waves in the Dungeon of the Fathoms. The same could be said of us and Miss Amiya, who battled mayors at the time. To engage that Seaborn in this particular circumstance is... Oh? Something shakes vessel masses once again. What's this now? There's more? There are indeed multiple entities surrounding the ship. However, a violent, destructive sound crashes through the waves towards vessel masses. Past the sudden wall of mist there was... We're lucky. Or was it simply how it was supposed to go? Ishmael. Oh, it's that fucking knight. Sir Knight. 2 Seaborns. It's gonna be fine, Miss Inquisitor. If he's the same knight we fought earlier, I doubt he'll be able to stop himself from charging at that giant of a sea monster. Like Honlu said, the knight charged straight at the giant rough wave. As the Seaborn, he thought as though he had hardly noticed our presence. If we can help the knight repel that Seaborn, we might just have a shot at sending Limbus Company back through the dimensional door and escaping aboard vessel masses ourselves. Can everyone still move? I'm almost at my limit, but I can still move. I've got a plan, and I'd like everyone to trust me on this. Things weren't so bad outside after you entered the portal. Now's the time for the hunter to get to work. The bright ray of light from Irene's lamp shines upon those atop the deck, while Scotty leaps tall into the air using the ship's bow as her launching pad. The operators each scatter as their appropriate positions as commanded by the dock door. Ishmael noticed both exited the decks as well, presumably having someone found to steer the ship. Is it okay for you two to be out here? This Calcit seems to know enough about seafaring to take over. While this crisis is far from over, she was good enough to have reasonable for us to leave the ship's steering to her and descend to the docks for our return. Doesn't seem like we'll be able to bid you goodbye. Are you sure you're going to be okay? We can stay a little longer and help. I appreciate the sentiment, I really do, but... Amiya pointed toward the dimensional door, which had shrunk significantly smaller since the first time we saw it. You don't have much time. I wonder if it was supposed to open for only a set period of time, or what if it's closing now because our work here is done? There was precious little we could learn about it for now, but it was obvious that our time here was coming to an end. Thanks, Amiya. We would have been lost for a while in this world if it weren't for Rhodes Island's help. Well, thanks to you, we should be able to sufficiently study the dimensional door before we return. Time to say goodbye to the Iberian sea breeze, I guess. Do you have any idea how big the pile of paperwork is going to be for the Inquisition? Merda, try not to drop into Iberia next time, you got that? Sure, that's all nicely put in our own worlds. As the Great Seaborn briefly falters at the combined might of Scotty and the night, the ship's bow managed to stop inches from the dimensional door. Manager, now's your chance. Get to the dimensional door. Someday, I hope we can meet again. We shall take our leave. Ooh, this would be a banger thumbnail, but like... This is massively spoilery. Well, I guess a little lore drop, you know, I gotta flex my knowledge of Arknights. From the minimal I know about Scotty, because she got the Ishmael ego, so I searched her up, obviously. I'm assuming the Ishla... I think this is like the god of the Seaborn, or like one of the gods, something like that. Maybe god isn't the right word, but it's like the original Seaborn, I don't know, something like that. But I think Scotty has Arknight spoilers, probably. I don't know why you'd be watching this if you know. But I think Scotty has a part of Ishlamar inside of her or something. Because I think she has like a corrupted version you can get. The corrupted heart or something. I don't know. That's all I wanted to say. Who the hell are you? Let me see. There's, I think, Dr. someone? Ishmael Mayer's dog, a person? I'm assuming these are people I meant to know. The sea had turned into a brutal battlefield, terrible roars contending with one another. After taking one final look at Rhodes Island, defending the vessel masses, we leaped into the pitch-black darkness at the center of the dimensional door. Vergilius? Doctor... teacher? I don't know. I forgot what the words were. The river draws out my memories and caution. So are they going to forget about all of this? Since, well, you know, it's a collab, so they got to, right? But I mean, in lore, are they going to forget about it? The river draws out my memories and consciousness. Some blibbing... Then... Oh. Where is... Is this Yuhong Guan? I look around to see the sinner strewn about the room, dozing off. Shit. I see Heathcliff crash like that all the time. How did everyone crash at the same time, sleeping against the walls? A bizarre sensation that something was truly amiss crawls up my spine. You have come to. Now that you've come to, I request that you continue your rest in your chamber. Your presence here makes it difficult to conduct cleaning activities in areas adjacent to your body. Huh? What? We just came through the dimensional door after Rhodes Island... Rhodes? You were transferred here after the LCCA discovered your company, unconscious, at the entrance of the Lobotomy Corp branch. I feel like we just went through a memorable experience, but I can't recall what. There was a hole in my memory, and this strange emotional tug at my heart, and ego I don't ever recall extracting. Rochante. Prithee, avail me but 5 more minutes of scheduling wooden training dummies to wake you up in 5 minutes. But the bizarre sensation naturally settles. What was that abnormality? What just happened? I don't have any answers to either of those questions, but... Wait, where's Sod? She said something about how there'd been a delay or something. I couldn't find Sod, who'd been bringing up odd jobs here and there during our stay. Anywhere in Yahoo. But on the desk I did find a note field with various requests and letters, both presumably left by Sod. We've got a distortion contract. Come on, time to earn your keep. You wouldn't want to keep lounging around till we got a message from HQ, right? Are they allergic to giving us time off or something? In that moment, a certain voice briefly surfaces from the abyss of my memories, before sinking again. There's no such thing as absolutes when it comes to the value of life. Which means that it should never be up to others to define the worth of life, to argue for it. The worth of life. I don't quite recall who said that, or even where I heard it from. Honestly, I don't understand what exactly it was supposed to mean. You can't change what you see by standing still. If you want to bring about a better world, then, even if you may be lost in the ideals. Even still, some of those words left a lingering impression on my heart. You have to keep walking. Unable to sit still, I got up from my seat and began waking up the sinners one by one. Yeah, it's not like we're getting anything done here. On your feet, guys. Time to get to work. The sinners each began waking up, some of them looking around to get their bearings. Like they were just pulled out of a long dream. That's kind of cool. I mean, they did work in... Oh my god. I like that they worked that in. That it all technically happened, just no one really remembers it. I gotta claim all my lunacy. Also, who is still talking? Goddamn. But I think I've already claimed everything, because I got to do this a little delayed, so I just grinded out Mirror Dungeon. But shit, that was really good. We saw the god of the deep. Mayors didn't die, which is crazy, because she distorted, and then we just kicked her ass, and it was fine. But man, that was really good. I don't know, maybe they'll do an Arknights collab too, because, I mean, they kind of, I mean, it's still technically, well, I don't know how it works, but you could theorize that they still, Dante still remembers that line of dialogue. Just, I don't know. They just don't remember anything about the collab. I don't know. But, that was really good. Hopefully they do more collabs. Hopefully, I mean, Arknights 2 would be sick, because then we'd see these characters again. But, I don't know, they could do one with, like, Nikki, Goddess of Victory. God, could you imagine that? But anyways, sorry, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Backgrounds. Look, there's all those people. And then there's the night in the background. Anyways, that's enough of the waffling. I hope you all enjoyed this episode. And I'll be back to do more. Well, not Limbus Company. I'll be back to do more Limbus Company whenever a new thing comes out. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed this episode. Have a good one all. Bye-bye.